All right. Okay. This. All right. So it's on a YouTube channel. So I'll just start afresh. I'll get a little bit slow. All right. Okay. So let's start again. The Elliott wave. All right. The Elliott wave. Okay. The wave principle was phenomenal, which was discovered by Raphael Nelson Elliott in the 1930s. He analyzed the stock markets and noticed that the prices trend, and behave in a recognizable pattern. In his research, he discovered 5 primary patterns. When I talk about 5 primary patterns or waves, I talk about wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. There are 5 waves, right? Like you're going to be able to understand them later, all right? Which link up together to form a big version of themselves. For example, if this was, let me say, this was wave 1, then this is wave 2, this is wave 3, then this is wave 4, then this is wave 5. So this pattern of the uptrend, you see? So now you know that when you draw and the market has formed wave 1, then you know it's going to form wave 2. Then from wave 2, it will form wave 3. Then from wave 3, it will form wave 4. Then from wave 4, it will form wave 5. So you can make your entry here and make your exit at the last wave. All right. So that pattern is what we're going to be able to go into details. The wave theory is a primary tool that describes how the market behaves, but it can be used remarkably as a forecasting tool to identify the end of a movement and predict where the market will return. For example, if this was wave 1 and this is wave 2, so I can say usually wave 3 is longer than wave 2. So that formation, so I can predict where I expect wave 2 to be. So it helps you to identify and forecast on the market. Here at Financial Freedom Trading, we use the Elliott wave theory as a building block of our strategy. In a combination with traditional support and resistance, Fibonacci level, and price action signals, it leads to a grace confluence and forms an edge of our trading. I believe we have been able to look at support and resistance. We have been able to look at the fib, and when it comes to price action, we have been able to look at how candles behave in the market. Now, when you combine the Elliott wave and combine it with traditional support and resistance, and combine it with price action, the price action is basically how candles behave in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to produce one of the perfect signals in the market. On the following pages, you are going to find a comprehensive collection of basic and advanced Elliott wave elements, guidance to follow, tips for practical application. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the complete cycle of the market. First, we have to take a look at the complete cycle. The complete cycle, it consists of 8 waves, which can be divided into 2 phases. In this whole book, we will look at the bull market variation and the bear market, okay, are the exact opposite. Phase 1 consists of 5 motive waves, which are labeled in numbers, and phase 2 consists of 3 corrective waves, or variation of thereof are labeled with letters. Wave 1, 3, and 5 are directional movements and represent the primary end. They are separated by wave 2 and 4, which represent a counter trade correction. The big results, the big rules to follow about the basic pattern is wave 2 never goes below the beginning of wave 1. Wave 3 is never the shortest wave. And wave 4 overlaps wave 1. Now let's start with rule number 1. Okay, now for example, guys, let's start the Elliott wave. Let me start with the motive. Okay, these are what we call the motive waves. This is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, this is wave 4, and this is wave 5. Give me a 1 in the chart if you are following. Give me a 1 in the chart. Now I want to make you better traders. Give me a 1 in the chart if you are following. I want to make you better traders. I want to make you better traders. Now, if you are new and it's your first time to be here, I have no way I can help you. Okay, you just need to wait for this week or in the middle of this week to get done. Then you start your syllabus afresh, all right? So if you are new, I have no way of helping you. I'm moving with my old students who have been here for the last 3 weeks. Am I right? Someone should not get annoyed. Am I right? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, those who have been here for the last 3 weeks, I hope I'm right. Yeah, so I'm not the one who told you to know loyal curate. No, I'm not the one who kept on telling you to keep thinking about it. You know, you present someone the business and like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. Now, when he comes here, he discovers that people are serious on this business. Then says, hey, I had delayed D. Then some of them are quitters. They go, they come back. By the time he comes back, he finds people are serious. He's like, I stayed for some good time. But I'm not too serious about what I'm saying. But I'm saying, please start off next week if you don't understand what I'm talking about. But I believe you can follow. Now, what are the rules of the game? 1, wave 2 never goes below the beginning of wave 1. Now, this is wave 1. Now, the retracement of wave 2 cannot retrace up to this level. This is what they mean. Back up to here. It can never. Wave 2 will stop around there. It will never touch. It's a rule. Wave 3 is never the shortest wave. You see on all these waves, this is usually a very long wave. It is never the shortest wave. Then 4 is that wave 4 never overlaps with wave 1. Now, wave 1 is here. You see where wave 1 is. So you don't expect that if wave 1 will come down here. No. So those are the rules. 3 important rules. Wave 2 will never come back to the level of wave 1. Wave 3 is always the longest wave. And wave 4 never overlaps wave 1. If you have understood the rules, I want to repeat for you for the last time. Wave 2 never comes back to the level, that's maybe the language, of wave 1. Wave 3 is never the shortest wave. It is always the longest wave. And wave 4 never overlaps wave 1. If you have understood the 3 rules of the Elliott wave, give me a 3 in the chart. But when I start talking about the Elliott wave, you are not like, oh, my friend, come and save me. Now, you people who bank your money, you people who bank money in banks, these guys trade your money. And for you to pass that interview to trade for a bank, you must be good at the Elliott wave. You must be good at the Elliott wave. The bank to trust you with their money, you must be good at the Elliott wave. Okay. Now, wave 1, okay. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. This is what we call the motive. Okay, this is what we call the motive wave. All right, I hope I've been able to answer that. I hope I've been able to answer that. Okay, now, we want now to look at the corrective waves. Now, the corrective waves are these waves that collect the movement that was done by the motive waves. And they are usually A, B, and C. These are the corrective waves. Okay, these are the collective waves. They correct the move that has been done by the motive waves. In short, it would be maybe the correction of the market. So the market forms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the market starts correcting. Then it forms A, B, and C. Then after forming A, B, and C, then it starts again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it forms a correction. That's what we are talking about. Okay, so let's continue. Now, this is a compound construction that maybe is trying to describe for you what I've been explaining. Okay. If you can see here, this is what I've been explaining, and I want you to pay attention. You see the market forms 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then it forms A, B, and C. Then it starts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then it forms A, B, and C. I don't know if you can see that. It's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I don't know if you can be able to see that first movement. Okay. So if you look at from 1 and 2 and 3, so 1 is here telling you that 1 and 2 are two waves. This is 1 and this is 2. Those are two waves. All right. Then it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, and C. Those are 8 waves. So the market continues to form these. I don't know what I'm trying to explain to you. The market continues to form these waves. Me, I'm just making things simple. You're not going into more details. You have to understand that how the time frames and the cycles are interconnected. Take time and look at the chart above. It contains charts from the previous page with wave 1 and 2, but it also a big and more detailed version of itself. One 5-wave pattern represents one part of the 5-wave pattern of a higher degree. It also can be subdivided into 5-wave patterns of small degree. Now, this one, I don't want to confuse you, but in short, it keeps on telling you that the market can be forming both motive and collective waves. I don't know if that makes sense to you. The market can continue to form both motive and collective waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is wave 1. Then it is collected by A, B, and C. Then we start wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hope you see that. Then it's collected by A, B, and C. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Then this is a reversal of from 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is a bearish Elliott wave. Then it is collected by A, B, and C. Then it forms a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So both in the Elliott wave, we can have a bearish Elliott wave, sorry, a bullish Elliott wave, and we can also have a bearish Elliott wave. Am I making sense? From here to here, this is a bullish Elliott wave. From here to here, this is a bearish Elliott wave. Remember, when a bullish Elliott wave is starting, it starts like this, 1. When a bearish Elliott wave is starting, it starts like this, 1. When a bullish Elliott wave is forming, it will form a 2. When the bearish Elliott wave will form, it will form a 2. When a bullish Elliott wave will be forming, it will form a 3. When a bearish Elliott wave will be forming, it will form a 3. I don't know if I'm making sense. Then it forms a 4. Then it forms a 5. Then as it's being collected, this will be the A, the B, and the C. The C will not go all that up. Then it forms a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Am I making sense? Give me a 1 in the chat if it is adding up in your mind. Because later we shall go into details and become practical. So there will be a bullish Elliott wave and a bearish Elliott wave. Okay? All right, so let's go. I'm not going to go into all this, but I'll just maybe read through. It is critical for you to understand that these wave patterns are compounded in themselves. We could have a nice trade chart in 1 hour or 4 hours, which is only a correction in the daily chart. So when you are using the Elliott wave, maybe in the 1 hour, all right, the 1 hour might be forming a motive wave. Yet, when you take this chart and try to look at it in the 1 day, it is a collection. So you should not get worried. It is not useful for everyday application to go deep from time frame perspective, as the 5-wave motive pattern should be clearly visible in 1 hour and 4 hours, all in the daily chart. So it is not useful everyday application to go too deep from a time frame perspective. A 5-wave motive pattern should be clearly visible. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, or the daily chart. So if you are using the Elliott wave, it should be clearly visible in 1 hour, the motive, the 5 waves. The 5 waves are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They should be critically visible in 1 hour and in 4 hours. Or you go and directly use the 1 day time frame. When trading, it is best to look for a continuation of the primary direction, as they are the strongest with high momentum. Now, when you talk about a primary direction of the market, is that formation of the Elliott wave. So if it has been able to form a 1 and a 2, this is a strong move that you should put your focus on. Let's now move to the motive, or what we call the impulsive waves. Okay. And I think that's where I might stop for today. Motive waves subdivided into 5 waves, and usually and always move in the same direction as the trend of 1 degree higher. The counter trend wave 2 never moves beyond the beginning of wave 1, and wave wave 4 never beyond the beginning of wave 3. There are two types of motive waves. We have what we call the impulsive wave, and we have the diagonal wave. The most common one is the impulsive wave. An impulsive wave never overlaps the high, never overlaps the high, never overlaps with the high of wave 1. So wave 1, 3, and 5 are themselves motive. Also, wave 3 is never the shortest wave and always an impulsive wave. Now, look here, guys. These rules are very important if you want to understand the Elliott wave. Yes, it has the impulsive and the diagonal, but the most one you will find that we are going to talk about is the impulsive wave, all right? Okay. And these waves, wave 1, wave 1, wave 2, sorry, wave 1, wave 3, and wave 5. These are themselves their motive. Motive meaning, motive is something that is moving. Now, there is a rule. Wave 4 never overlaps with the high of wave 1. This is the high of wave 1. If you draw your Elliott wave, like we are going to be able to see, you draw your Elliott wave, and you find that your number 4 has entered number 1, my friend. That is not the Elliott wave. It will never overlap the high. I don't know if I'm making sense. It will never overlap the high. Wave 4 will never overlap the high of wave 1. I don't know if I'm making sense. Wave 2, it is important that the counter trend wave 2 never moves beyond the beginning of wave 1. If you draw your Elliott wave and you find that your wave 2 is moving beyond the wave 1, that is not the Elliott wave. And wave 4 never moves beyond the beginning. Wave 1, wave 2 never moves beyond the beginning of wave 1. And wave 4 never moves the beginning of wave 3. And wave 4 moves never beyond the beginning of wave 3. So you see, you don't expect wave 4 to pull up to here. That's not the Elliott. You even don't expect wave 4. Now, Kenneth, don't notate in my screen. I know you are here. I know you are here. So you don't expect wave 4 to overlap the high of wave 1. This is very important rules. Before we start drawing. Now, before I go into these leading diagonal, ending diagonal, transaction, extension, people must corrective waves, the zigzagger, the flat collection, the expanded collection, the running flat, the double 3, the triple 3, the triangle 3, the triple. The wave impulsion, the fib, and the ratio analysis. The motive. Just a minute. Mm, 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 mm. Mhm. Okay. Uh, oh, this is a lot. I'm finding a way of not teaching you all, but I'm finding a way to simplify it. So I'm gonna find a way on how I want to find a way on how I can simplify this. Now I can simplify this. I'm gonna find a way on how I'm gonna simplify this in I think that will end at the introduction so that tomorrow I am gonna find a way of how I can make this very simple, very simple for everybody. I'm gonna find a good trade, and also now what I want to explain, I don't want to go into details for now, as I'm gonna be able to now come better tomorrow. I'm gonna find because now the challenge is that the information is too much and most of you will get confused. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna find a simple way on how to, but basically, when you come here on the drawing tools, there is the Elliott wave, drawing chart, what can I say? The impulsive wave is here, and using it, we are gonna be able to go into that tomorrow. So you draw a 1, expect a 2, which doesn't get back to this place here, which would be around there. It's a retracement. Then a 3, which is longer. It's one of the longest waves. Then you expect a 4, which doesn't overlap. I don't know if now I'm making sense. It doesn't overlap this. So I don't expect someone to draw their 4 around here. So it should not overlap the high of this. So which is around there. Then finally, we have a what? A 5. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I'll tap here. And so I expect you that you are able to draw the Elliott wave using those rules. So as we get into more details tomorrow, I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm gonna repeat that. So when you come and pick your Elliott wave, tomorrow we shall be able to draw the motive one. Where is it? I expect you to know that when you pick and draw your one, that is your one, you're going to draw your two. Your two should not touch this level. It's a rule. Then the three, which is the longest 12. Then when you are drawing your four, I don't expect your four to break the rule or to overlap and say my four is here. So it should not be able, I don't know if now I'm making sense. Then lately we have the 5. I don't know. Am I making sense? So we are going to see how we draw that. But today we are looking at understanding the Elliott wave and also be able to understand how it is formed. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone. So you must be able to, before you go to the drawing, of understanding the rules. If you cannot understand the rules, then you cannot be able to draw the what? The Elliott wave. Okay. The Elliott wave is like you drawing the Fibonacci. How do you start the Fibonacci? You look at a coin. We are going to go into drawing, I think, tomorrow. Today, I wanted to bring in the understanding of the market. Okay. For example, if I want to look at Beck, okay, let me try and see if it gives me in the 1-day time frame. Okay, so if I start from here, all right, and I pull this as 1, and I pull this as 2, and I pull this as 3. Now, if I want to confirm that this is the Elliott wave, right? You see, when I come here to draw 4, do you see? From where I started from, do you see this, guys? It depends on from where I started from. Do you see this? Now, this cannot be the Elliott wave chart pattern. Am I making sense? Who gives me the reason why it's not? Who gives me the reason in the chart why it's not the Elliott wave? From where I started from, I could start from another point. Who gives me the reason why it's not? Some answers in the chat. From where I started from, who gives me the reason why it's not? If you are going to the topic, maybe you came late. Who gives me the reason why it's not? Because it is overlapping 1. Thank you. Thank you. So it depends from where I started from. Let's start it again. It depends from where I started from. Let me start over again. I pick this. Do I start from here? Okay, 1, 1, 2. Then if you pick this as your 3 to be the longest wave, and this is 4, so this is not the Elliott wave. Why? Is overlapping. I don't know if now I'm making sense to someone. But it just depends from where you started from to draw your Elliott wave. Okay, let me come again. So we're going to be able to use the fib. We are going to use the fib tool tomorrow to construct the Elliott wave. So if this is the bottom, the support, so from support, we construct 1, resistance, we bring 2, right? Then we go, it's up to you, because then you say 3, maybe your 3 is here. Then 4, Your 4 is here. Already your 4 is overlapping. Because drawing the Elliott wave uses the principle of support and what? And resistance. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. We are going to be able to use the fib. So you must be good with the fib tool. That's where most of you now are going to come off. If you were not able to attend the fib retracement tool and you were not able to attend support and resistance, Elliott will not make you sense because we are going to be using support and resistance. Give me a 3 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. We are now going to combine support and resistance. Now, if you came in late, may I have no way of helping you. I don't have help for people who are new. This is your first time to be here. Because I cannot go back to support and resistance. I cannot go back to the fib retracement tool. No. If you are hearing a new language, this has been a 4-week syllabus. So you want me to break 4 weeks for you in 30 minutes or in 1 hour? It's hard. Start off again. I have no help. For someone who's new, I have no help for someone who came in late. Can I be able to draw this using my phone? Yes, I'm using my phone. Those who have worked with me, I'm using my phone. I train using my phone. I don't train using I don't train using a laptop. I train using the phone. Now, this is not the Elliott. Why? Because 4 is breaking, is entering into 1. Maybe you could have a different start over. Let's see. Let's change the time frame. Maybe 4 hours. Maybe 4 hours. And we see. So we use support resistance. So tomorrow will also imply in the, okay, so we start from here. Did it work out? I don't know. From this support, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did this in a short area, but this is not too perfect. But we are using support and resistance. Can you see that? Support, resistance. I don't know. Support, resistance. Support, resistance. Support, resistance. Can you see that? Can we see the continuation of support and resistance? It's what I'm trying to use to draw. Although it's not so perfect, I'm trying to give you an example. Have you seen how we are going to use support and resistance? It's not yet to where we want to be, but I'm still trying to show you what we are going to do. It's not the perfect thing, but I'm trying to give you an example on how we are going to be using support and resistance. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. Give me one in the chat if I'm making sense to you. So is it important before I come to the end of today's call? Because now I know you know the rules. The main importance for today was to give you the rules, was to enable you understand the motive patterns, or what you call the impulsive patterns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and to understand the collective patterns A, B, and C. So they collect what has been done, and also to understand the rules that wave 2 does not go below wave 1. Okay, and we said wave 3 is never the shortest wave, so it is the longest wave. Then we said wave 4 does not overlap into the high of wave 1. So having understood those rules, that was the main cause of today's call. Now, tomorrow, we are going to go into how to draw the Elliott wave, all right? The impulsive and the collective. I may not go so much, me personally, into these issues of the triple three. I may not go into myself so much into the diagonal Elliott, right? I may not go into so much into that. We can have the basic and be able to trade. So unless there are some questions specific about what I've shared, but I would definitely and categorically basically come to the end of today's call, and then we shall be able to continue. Okay, we shall be able to continue. Wow, today is a good day to remember. Today I marked straight 5 years. Yes, today I marked straight 5 years since I got to know about online businesses. Yeah, today I marked 5 years since I got to know about online businesses, and I started them, all right, 5 years ago. Yeah, today I mark 5 years. Wow. Yeah, these are days to remember. All right. Okay. So I would love to come to the end of the call unless there's a question. People were asking me to when do we start again? Just follow through. I don't know whether it will be Monday next week or it will be it will either be Monday next week. Today is 16th. Let me show you. I don't know. The around 2 days I will not work this week. Let me show you. That's why I'm running very fast. I don't know. But this is now being recorded. Why? Let me first stop it.